Can you imagine being a business owner and issuing a threat to all your employees that if they don't bow down and submit to a mandatory medical treatment, which a lot of them fundamentally disagree with, then they're going to lose their jobs and not be able to feed their families? Way to go, Carhartt. Threatening people with economic terrorism and starvation is definitely all about health and safety. Hey guys, study after study shows that if you want strong bones and muscles, healthy hair, skin, teeth, and nails, you need the 5 types of collagen in your diet. I get mine from BioTrust. I've got a link in the description with a massive discount, and it'll tell you all about it.
And CARHARTT is in the news today, requiring its workers to bow down at the big pharma altar of Jabbo. Despite the fact that the U.S. Supreme Court recently blocked the Biden administration from enforcing a COVID-19 VAXX mandate for large employers, many are going ahead and requiring their workers to get VAXXed anyway. That includes CARHARTT, a 133-year-old Michigan-based work company beloved by the blue-collar workers and hipsters alike, according to a copy of an email that was sent on Friday from CEO Mark Vlade to all CARHARTT employees. The company is moving ahead with its mandatory VAXX policy, which went into effect on January 4th and requires all workers to get the jab into their bloodstreams by February 15th. Let's read this. Let's read some of it. CARHARTT Associates. Many of you have asked how the recent Supreme Court decision on the OSHA mandate for large employers will impact our associates, so we want to provide some clarity. The rule does not change CARHARTT's mandatory vaccination program, which went into effect on January 4th. As you know, we've extended the VAXX deadline for both RCV and Madisonville Associates to February 15th. This date also remains in effect. We put workplace safety at the very top of our priority list, and the Supreme Court's recent ruling doesn't impact that core value. Safety. We put safety at the top of the list. We and the medical community continue to believe VAXXs are necessary to ensure a safe working environment. We're going to see about that as time unfolds, won't we? We'll see what really happens there. For every associate and even perhaps their households. While we appreciate that there may be differing views, we appreciate it. No, we don't. You can find a job somewhere else if you're not going to buy down at the altar, Jabbo. Workplace safety is an area where we and the union that represents our associates cannot compromise. An un-VAXXed workforce is both a people and business risk that our company is unwilling to take. Very interesting. So a lot of people are upset about that. They're calling for the boycott of CARHARTT. I thought that this guy's tweet was interesting, and a lot of people are going to disagree with this. CARHARTT is a private company. Totally agree. They can mandate that you wear headbands if they want. They could mandate that you do whatever. You don't have to stay. If you do not want to adhere to their policies, quit. This is a free market. In the same way, I do not want the government mandating what we must do. We cannot mandate what a business can do. If you as a private business owner aren't free to tell your employees that they need to follow this criteria in the workplace, then you're not free. If you're not free to do whatever, and again, when you have an employee-employer relationship, this isn't a slave-master relationship. If you don't want to agree to the terms of the service, you don't have to work there. Now, what's going to happen with CARHARTT if like 57% of the workforce quits? Then they're going to have to find new people. But guess what? They'll probably find new people. That's just the state of our world these days. A massive boycott could help, but who knows? Who knows? But if it's a private business setting private policy for their employees, do you really want the government to step in and force CARHARTT to do something or not do something? No, because you wouldn't want that done to your own business. As ridiculous as the rule is, and as bad as it's going to backfire on them probably in the near future, if you're not free to do whatever you want to with your own business, you're not free. And again, the employee-employer relationship is a contractual relationship that you can get out of at any time. If at any time you disagree with the terms of service, you can quit. It's really your choice. Once you get that jab in you, let's say you work for a private company and they say, hey, you know what? You can't work here anymore. We're going to have to terminate you if you don't bow down at the altar jabo by, February 15th or whatever. And you make the decision to go ahead and do it. You have to understand it. Once that thing goes in you, it's not coming out. It will forever alter your life. And if you take what Moderna says on their website seriously, it's a program that they plugged into you and you can't unplug from it. It's an app. It's an app installation installed on your hard drive, your own personal bodily hard drive. So they call it a program, an app. They call it the software of life. That program, app, and software of life, once it goes in you, it ain't coming out. So if you as an employee go, you know what? I have to keep my job. I have to feed my kids. Well, you're going to make your own decision for your own life. But it could be one of those decisions where it looks like this. This girl right here tweeted out on Twitter, 8 months ago today at 3:30 p.m., I made the worst decision of my life. I had the you know what. Every single day I cry and can't come to terms with having made this grave, irreversible mistake. That's horrible, man. That's horrible. And there's a lot of people out there who are, not compassionate to these people. And they say stuff like this. Why did you not do your research? I just can't understand why people did this. I understand why they're saying that. Very quickly, it's clear to see it's a risky choice for something that's very little risk. You have to be literally sleepwalking to sign up for this. In a way, I agree, but to say to somebody that after they've already done something that is irreversible almost seems fruitless. You want to have compassion on these people because a lot of people keep in mind, there's a lot of people who wouldn't have got VAXXed or getting VAXXed because all they can see is, I got to feed my family. I've got to support my loved ones. I got to keep a roof over our head. I got to keep the water flowing. I got to keep groceries in the pantry. I got to keep paying those medical bills. That's all they can see. But what they don't see is, okay, if I bow down at the altar jabo and I get a horrible, horrible reaction, then I'm not going to be able to work anyway. And I'm not going to be able to feed my kids and put a roof over their head and keep that food in the pantry. I'm not going to be able to do any of that. And now I can't even take care of myself. Now my kids have to take care of me because now I'm, in such bad shape after having gotten the jab. They can't see that. And sometimes people just have to learn by experience, right? But to rub it into people go, man, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. Guys, we're not walking in somebody else's shoes. We don't know why they made the decision that they made. We do know that there's a distract campaign, a deceive, a divide, a demoralize, a dehumanize campaign going on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from the propaganda machine. And it has its effect. It takes its toll on people. So you got CARHARTT telling people, hey, you want to work here? You got to continue. You got to bow down at the altar jabo. You don't bow down at the altar jabo, you don't have a job at CARHARTT anymore. So leave your thoughts about that. It's horrible stuff, man.
Okay, before you go anywhere, a lot of people have asked me if they can get a shirt from the store with the design on the back. Let me show you real quick what you can do within the store as far as self-editing your own design that you can put on any shirt, hoodie, mug, phone case, whatever. Pick out any design from the store, then select any item. And guys, there are hundreds of items to choose from. Hats, beanies, bags, buttons, men's items, women's items, stuff for kids, and even pets. I'll just select this shirt right here. You can change the item color to whatever you want. Hit this little pencil editing tool right here and then click on Customize. You can enlarge, shrink, or reposition the design on any item. You can also click over here to the left on Designs and add any design you want. Matter of fact, you can put as many designs as you want on the front or on the back of the shirt. Or you can click on Text and add some customized lettering. With the lettering, you can change the font color, increase the size, and you can even bend the text. And check this out. If you want a design or lettering on the back or on the sides, just click on where you want your design or text, click on the design or text tool, or you can even upload your own design. It only increases the price of the item a couple bucks. And you can do this on any item that you select. The store link is in the description and in the pinned comment.
Your purchase gets you a kick-ass design and supports the channel while it helps me create more content. Leave your thoughts about this video for the world and the Google Thought Police in the comments section below.